What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to share with you just some comparisons between Chaos Legion and Rift Watchers, as we're using Rift Watchers as somewhat of a proxy for where the player base is right now. And obviously, we know Chaos Legion is oversupplied, but how much... like how many players would we need to break in, right? Is kind of what I'm trying to get at here. How oversupplied is Chaos Legion if we were wanting to get that all soaked up by new players coming in? So again, these are just kind of like rough numbers here. We're going to look at the print rates and keep in mind, there's still a lot more Chaos Legion to be open. There's still like 2.7 million. I'm just not going to count that for right now, although, you know, you can factor that in at the end once we take a look. So you can see here, we have the Chaos Legion common cards. And I'm going to go through each rarity, although I'll explain at the end. I really am only concerned with commons and rares. So you can see here that for Chaos Legion commons, we have about 1.1 million versus, let's say, about 238,000 for Rift Watcher. So that's like between a 4 to 5x. Now, when you look at the rares, all right, we got 93,000 here for Rift Watchers. Let's go back to Chaos Legion. And you got over 400,000. So this is a little bit more than 4x as well, between 4 to 5x. Now we go to the epics. Now epics here, you have 113,000 for Chaos Legion. When I go to Rift Watchers, it's at about 32,000. So that's between like a 3 to 4x. And then legendaries, let's go all the way here to the ones that were in packs from the beginning. That's about 10,000. And then for Chaos Legion, let's also go back to kind of like the average here that were in packs from the beginning, 34,000. So it's about a 3x, maybe 3.5x for legendaries. Now, the reason I don't like legendaries and epics is because legendaries have potions, so their drop rate is actually higher. That kind of throws things off. And then since epics don't have potions, yet they're much more scarce and much more rarer to get, they're kind of a weird outside the lines things as well. So if we go back to commons and rares, we're sitting between that 4 to 5x in terms of how much is currently out there versus how much, you know, Rift Watchers is out there. How much CL versus how many Rift Watchers. So, you know, that kind of begs the question that the minimum that we would need in order to start feeling the scarcity on Chaos Legion. And I'm not even talking about the rewards cards. I'm just talking about the Chaos Legion cards. And we're looking here at the BCX is printed, right? Is probably between a 4 to 5x. So wherever you think the player base is now, 500 people, 5,000 people, whatever it actually is, we would need to see that many people come in, or, you know, anywhere from 4 to 5x that many people come in. Even more interesting is if you go to the, you know, Peak Monsters dashboard, you can see that we have about 50,000 daily active players over the past couple of weeks, or past couple of months at this point. It seems like we've kind of settled into a groove there. You 4 to 5x that, and we would need like 250,000 players. Now, keep in mind, maybe we don't need 250,000 players, but we would need 250,000 accounts, right? 200,000 to 250,000 accounts playing, using cards, and just being a part of the ecosystem, right? Whether they're botted or not. And this is not an endorsement of bots. This is just, I'm just saying, like, we don't actually need the players. We would just need the bots or a botnet to come online that actually was participating in the economy in that way and needing the cards at higher levels in order to earn. So that being said, keep in mind, there's still 2.7 million packs unopened for Chaos Legion, so that would add in a significant amount more. When you think about the fact that, like, you know, 2.7 million is like 20% of the entire set, you could probably add another couple of X's on there, right? Maybe instead of 4 to 5x, it's like 5 to 6x in order for us to really feel the scarcity. So here's the thing, right? You know, Matt had mentioned doing a burn event for cards at some point in the future, probably in Q1. I wasn't, you know, I made a video where I was just like, that's not really going to do much. I still feel that way, but obviously whatever it's going to be, I think is going to be exciting for the community. And if we can go scoop up a bunch of penny cards and burn them and get new cards into the game, I think that's actually going to be pretty cool. So I don't want to poo-poo on the idea at all, right? It's just, I don't think that the impact's going to be as high. That being said, I'm reframing the way that I view it now, because I'm just like, okay, let's say, you know, including the packs that are out there, unopened packs, let's say we need to 5 to 6x the player base, right? it might be easier to do like 3 to 4. Okay. Again, I'm just talking in like very, very general here. So it's just like if we were able to reduce the amount that we would need to increase the player base in order to make Chaos Legion scarce and to feel like, the set was retaining or bringing back its value. If we can reduce the supply by that much, then of course the demand needed to come in would be significantly less. How much we end up burning, I have no idea. In that video, I was a little bit more conservative and said that, however much we end up needing, like, 5 cards per one minted or 10 cards per one minted, it's not going to make as big of a dent. That being said, it'll still be good to reduce the amount of supply so that hopefully when we can get demand coming in, let's say during a bull run, let's say during a Splinterlands run, right? If we get the flywheel going, it would take less and less people to really make that impact felt. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Curious to know how many real players you think we have and how many more players we would need to get coming into the game to make Chaos Legion great again. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That's all I got for you in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.